Oh my God, your poor dad.
All right, are you gonna count us in, baby?
I'm going to. I'm just a little nervous.
Why? You say this every single week.
I know.
Okay.
It's a big job. Someone's got to do it.
2, 3.
Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the fourth Brant sister.
Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for being a part of the #1 sister podcast in Austin, Texas.
Hell yeah. It's an honor.
And it's truly like, who else is the #1 sister podcast
Just
in Austin,
us.
Texas? Show us.
Just us.
Truly show us. Because it's us.
Or maybe we want to be their friend.
Yeah, like we'll be your friend, but just show us if you think you are.
And, because it's us. Yeah. So before we started recording, we were playing this game.
Because we love games.
We love games where Jade was going through a list of hit songs produced by Max Martin, and she would
Sing them.
It's not that you would sing them, you
Like,
would kind of like do a little tune,
Yeah,
like the little melody,
like nee, 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 nee.
yeah. And Bailey and I had to guess that was "Send My Love to Your New or Next New
Send my love
Your New
to
Lover."
your new lover.
Anyways, that was really fun, but it made me think of, did you guys know or did you hear that Ed Sheeran is being sued?
Why?
By whom? Thank you, Bailey. Thank you. By Max Martin? No, by Marvin Gaye's estate, because they say that Thinking Out Loud is it plagiarizes Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. And Ed Sheeran said if he's found guilty, he's quitting music altogether because it is such a reach. They say that it sounds like it, I can't remember the exact words, but basically like the intent behind the song, like what it's about, and with the actual song. And I'm like, of all the things that I've heard, that is a huge stretch.
Such a stretch. How do you come up with
song?
You can't. Like, I truly, I'm not a musical person. I love music though, but like, I don't understand how you could just like make up tunes out of thin air. Like, it's crazy that Taylor Swift can do that. It's crazy that like Ed Sheeran did that. Like, and it's
well, and even, I mean, Taylor is sued all the freaking time, right? It's like the haters gonna hate. That's, whatever. But I think this Ed Sheeran thing is a stretch, and I heard about that, and I thought that was crazy, so I guess we'll see what happens there. And it's crazy. I like that he is making a real stand. He's like, if I am found guilty, I'm out, because this is ridiculous.
and we need him.
And we need him.
Not like anyone expects someone to invent music every time they make a song. Like, there's gonna be similarities. I understand you can't just like steal stuff and say that it's yours, but to say that like the message behind the song,
there's interpolation. You know that guy on TikTok? Interpolation.
no.
There's interpolation, there's sampling. He teaches you the difference. I highly recommend his because he really does a good job at like breaking down like what interpolation is, and he always says it like interpolation.
That's a really good word.
Yeah.
I think that things will probably be fine because he's besties with Taylor, and she's been in this situation time and time again.
And Taylor, I feel like, has this aura of like, aura of like, we're gonna handle it. Yeah, she's gonna get it done.
Wow.
Prayers to Ed.
Yeah, so what else has been going on?
Well, I have like a crazy couple weeks coming up because my best friend Shayna is coming in town tomorrow. She's doing like a little girls' weekend with all of her best friends from high school.
It's cute.
Shout out to the Naperville Huskies. And
woof, woof.
They are going to be in town from Thursday to Saturday. Shayna's going to be here Wednesday to Sunday.
Cool.
Monday, I'm getting on a plane to take Hank to Dallas, dropping him off with his grandparents, aka our parents.
Right.
Then I am going to España for a wedding.
On Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday is my flight.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be there till Sunday.
Wow.
So we probably should record like Sunday night or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm trying to get like all of my shit together, and I have been searching for dresses for months, And for some reason, like, I just never pulled the trigger. And so I finally pulled the trigger on a dress. It was like this dress I've been hunting down for months. Well, maybe not months, weeks. And it looked fucking terrible on me. Like, it looks so bad. It makes me look like what's Jennifer Coolidge's character in White Lotus?
Yeah.
But like, I'm not Jennifer Coolidge. Like, it makes me look like I am just like an older woman who has like been put out to pasture to die.
Okay.
That's a little dramatic.
No, Bailey, it
I mean,
does.
I saw your Instagram story.
And it looks bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really bad.
But the thing is, that is almost the exact situation that I was trying to tell you when I was asking you what I should wear on this date. You said a maxi dress. And I said, I can't wear those. I always buy maxi dresses or like the long dresses because they look really cute on Bailey, honestly, or
Yeah.
people like Bailey. And so
Bailey
I buy
or
them,
Kendall Jenner.
and then I look like I'm in a potato sack because I have a different body type. And you were like, you're not trying hard enough. No, I have the closet full of, every time I'm like, oh, but this one's going to be different.
No, we're squares.
We're squares.
Like, we're literally built, like, if you put like a little dress on a square with like heels, that's
It's a potato
us.
sack.
And we look ridiculous.
But so I feel your pain, and I'm sorry because
Terrible. But it's a black tie wedding, and I'm like, okay, what can I get away with? I'm like Googling, because I can't really take many chances because I'm a guest of a guest. So it's not like it's my friends, but it's also like cool, trendy people. So I like have to look like I'm with it. You know, like I'm of this year. I'm
you
not
really
like
just need like a sexy black dress.
I know. So that's what I did. I immediately put that dress on. I put that thing back where it came from.
Put that thing we're wearing from
And I said, you are going back to Saks Fifth Avenue. Thank God, because you're a little overpriced anyways. And then I went on Revolve and I just went, you. This is what Revolve is made for. Rip this big order. I did a little bit of like a gut punch because I'm just like, anytime I put that much money on a credit card, I'm just like, fuck.
I still don't have a job.
I still don't have a job, and all of you are going back except for one. Just, I want to make it clear to all of you, you all can't stay.
Yeah.
So you better fucking show up. You need to put in some work, and one of you needs to look good on me.
Yeah.
But I did a lot of safe options and like some like fun options. So maybe I'll do a little try on haul on my TikTok, and you guys can just roast the fuck out of me. I'm sure all the Gen Z people will be like, oh my God, you're so fucking old. Like, get off this app. I get those comments literally hundreds a week.
Really?
Yes.
You're
still
not that old.
I know. I'm really not that old. And like the thing about age is like, if you're lucky, it's coming
It's
for
just
you.
a number.
Yeah, and you can't stop it.
And you can't stop it. And like, don't you want to be hip when you're my age too? Like, I want to always like be knowing what like the youth is doing.
Well, the youth is hating you, so
I know. I'm like, I'm on your fucking side. All I said was that we grew up with flip phones and you guys are acting like, they're like, I was born in 2005 and my first phone was a flip phone. I'm like,
Good for
bitch, the fucking
Their flip phone was like the sidekick.
yeah,
the spin
it's
phone.
different.
Yeah.
It's different when it's like,
Or like the
and you know what we mean by like your first phone. Like, it's not when your parents let you go ride your bike in the neighborhood and you need to call 911. That's their old phone that they just like gave to you that still has some.
like I literally went to college with a flip phone because that's all there was.
Yeah.
anyway.
I was listening to a podcast, Wine and Crime, and they graduated in 05. And when they went to college, Wi-Fi didn't exist. Was that your experience? They had like still had like the
wait.
Ethernet cord.
Oh yeah.
We still had the
Yeah.
Ethernet cord when I
Whoa.
went to college.
You are old.
No, but then I remember when Wi-Fi was there though, because like I could bring my laptop on campus, but it was a newer thing. It was very, very new.
Maybe it was just like not available all the
Wait,
time.
that just like memory unlocked. I'm gonna put that in my notes.
Ethernet cords. It's
Wi-Fi.
funny because here's the thing about me. I don't know a lot of things, but I've always
you
wondered like
do.
why like
Wi-Fi.
we still have Ethernet cords. I still have some Ethernet cords in the garage. If we ever lost Wi-Fi, could I plug those in somewhere?
No,
I don't know.
because
I
your
don't
house
know.
is wired for Wi-Fi. It's Google
Fiber.
Fiber. Anyways,
Confusing question. Anything else?
wait. Okay, so my drama Do we want to get into it?
Well, what's
I
your
don't know what it
drama?
is.
My movie theater drama?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so I went to the movies with Mr. Roberts and we saw Air. By the way, fabulous fucking movie. Have you guys seen it yet?
I don't even know what it's about.
Yes, you do.
Bailey,
I don't.
You live under a boomer rock. I truly don't know how you live amongst the youth and you actually work around adults and like, I don't know how these things just like skate right past you.
Enlighten me.
So Air is about Nike's pursuit of Michael Jordan, signing him for the shoe. And back before they signed Michael Jordan, it was kind of just like they would put an athlete in a shoe, they would pay him to wear the shoe and the NBA, and like they would give him like $200,000. That was like a huge contract deal. So this like it takes you through them, like Nike before they signed Michael Jordan was like a really just like had nothing to do with the basketball industry. Like they were just like a failing basketball like brand. It was Adidas and Converse and they were killing it. So they had to compete against them, but everyone was like, LOL, like you're going to go up against Adidas and Converse.
What year was this roughly?
I think it was 1983.
Okay.
Or 82, like early 80s. And first of all, acting was amazing. It was Matt and Ben, besties for the resties. And they just like have the best fucking chemistry. It was Jason Bateman. He was kind of like Matt Damon's boss. And Ben Affleck was the shoe dog, Phil Knight. He's the one who owns Nike. And there was a lot of like criticism that Michael Jordan wasn't actually in the movie. It was just all about his mom and dad and like Nike. But I did not think it took away from the movie literally at all. I think it like actually added to the movie because it showed that like the mom was the gatekeeper for him. She was really the one that like was like, all right, if you come to me. And then they even said like one of the guys, it was Chris Tucker. He was like, the moms in the black families run the house, so you have to go through the mom first. And so Viola Davis was fucking amazing. It's such a good movie. Like it gets you like all inspired, but it's not like douchey like Wolf of Wall Street, which is also a great movie, but it's not like frat bros are gonna like fucking like be fist pumping and like, you know,
snort cocaine,
snorting like even worse. It was just like, it really, really was inspiring. It was like, never take no for an answer. And like, you can rewrite deals. So the interesting part about it was that the mom was like, okay, we will take the deal. And Nike wanted to make this whole new shoe for him. They weren't just going to like put him in like shoes that they already have. They were building a shoe for him. She was like, you can have the deal, but I want a percentage of whatever the shoes are sold, like will come back to us. And they were like, absolutely not. Like that is just so insane. Like this is a licensing fee, nothing more. And then Matt Damon's character, actually watch the movie. Anyways, we all know the deal got signed.
Right. I have a question though.
What?
Was Nike's slogan already just do it?
Yeah.
Because I just listened to a podcast about how that was a big, that was freaking really fascinating.
Really?
I also just have to ask, do they say what his mom's background is? Because how does she know to ask these things? You know what I mean? Did she just know, or did she have some kind of like background that allowed her some insight on?
I think it was just like intuition.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because
was Michael Jordan already like Michael Jordan?
He hadn't even stepped foot on an NBA court yet.
Whoa.
So they just knew like he was going to be so good. And Matt Damon's character was like, I know this guy is so good. And he had this like moment where he flew out to LA and he met with his like this guy who was the Olympic coach of basketball. And he was like, look, should I do this? Because that guy had coached Michael Jordan. And he was like, 100%, you need to do it. He had a really great story about how he like met Martin Luther King and then he got a portion of the speech, which ended up being true, and he was offered $3 million to sell the speech. And it's the original I Had a Dream speech, but like Martin Luther King changed the speech during the speech in order to like appeal to the crowd because the crowd wasn't feeling his original speech.
Whoa.
So he has the original speech to that. And I don't know, I forget like how it tied in because that was around the time that this fucking bitch interrupted my movie experience. But anyways, I'll like wrap it up. Like, it was so inspiring because I feel like we were raised, like, I love our mom and dad, but like our dad is like so goddamn polite. Like, I can't even ask you, but nope. He's like waiting for someone to tell him no. And this is all about like Matt Damon was like, I'm not supposed to go meet with the mom. He goes and meets with the mom. He sets up all this shit and he just did not say no. And it also like is like, even though all these industry standards have been set, like there is a new way to do something. Like, just because things have been done the same way forever does not mean like you have to continue to be like
Taylor Swift.
Exactly. So I was feeling very inspired. So I grab my little phone. This is what I do. I grab my phone. I turn the brightness all the way down. Mm-hmm. And I open up my notes app and I just type in like, I go like this. 1, 2. Can you turn your phone off? Thank you. Shouts in the middle of the theater. Like, it was so abrasive and aggressive. Like, I had my phone out for less than, I'm not kidding you, 5 seconds. It was enough for me to like literally do this. Ding, 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 ding. Can you turn your phone off? Thank you. Mm-hmm. Bitch. And so I like was like, yeah, sorry. And then I put it away and I'm like, red. I'm, you know, like vibrating, embarrassed. I'm about to cry because I want to fucking punch her. And I am like, this woman is now my new mortal enemy. I'm sitting there like, I am like sweating because also like, I'm sitting next to Mr. Roberts. I don't want him to like think he's like with the problem child of the movie theater, but it's like
he is.
But you are. He
but
is.
Like, but she like literally was her. She disrupted the entire theater. I just disrupted her. Well, she made her problem everyone's problem.
Well, maybe she was speaking on behalf of the other people.
No,
she doesn't know what you're gonna do in your phone. It clearly wasn't like, oh, my phone vibrated, I'm gonna look at what it was. You were like engaging in activity on your phone. So she doesn't know how long you're gonna be.
I agree, Bailey. If I was on my phone for 20 seconds, I could see that bitch.
She didn't know where it was going.
You probably, it doesn't matter.
No, it matters a lot.
But also, why can't she just be like, can you turn your phone off? Thank you.
Yeah, no. So she could have said it a little kinder, but I also think that the movies actually invest their own money into their own commercials before the movie that says,
I know,
keep your phone away. So ultimately, you are the one that's in the wrong.
Were you at Alamo Drafthouse?
Yes.
They famously say, don't talk, don't text, or you'll leave.
But it's
and
like,
they don't reimburse
but
people.
Yet we have waiters running around the place taking orders. Oh, you want another beer? You want another popcorn? Oh no, this bitch isn't getting anything because she has a Hydro Flask just prominently displayed.
Because she is a movie pass holder.
But like, are you even allowed to bring in a Hydro Flask?
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell on her?
No, I didn't even have to. It was like the most prominent thing. And I'm telling you, the Hydro Flask was just saying everything I needed to say about this bitch.
Yeah, I still think that you're wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty like 50-50. You guys will tell us. Let me know what you guys think. Everyone on my Instagram stories, I put this on there and I was like, look, here's what I did. I know what I did is very polarizing.
Your story has changed.
It was wrong.
What?
You never said you knew it was wrong.
Your story has changed as well.
I said it's polarizing.
I know, but
how
you
did my
never
story
said
change?
Because you've said that you got to the notes app. You said you didn't even get to the notes app.
You said I had my phone on for 1 second.
Okay,
but I was already typing
it's basically
in my
the
notes
same
app.
thing. It's like it's literally like más o menos, like
you
semantics.
Are an unreliable narrator.
No, you can even ask Mr. Roberts. He was like, he was being so sweet. He's like, she's just a bitch.
Okay, the fact of the matter is,
you don't trust Mr. Roberts, a reasonable, respectful.
No,
I would need to hear it from the horse's mouth.
He's gonna make you feel better, but he knows that you're still the one that's wrong.
Yeah.
No, he was like, that was psychotic. Like fucking
maybe he was talking
loser
about
vibes.
You.
No, maybe he was not talking about me.
Maybe you just need to, since you were at Alamo's Drafthouse, take a piece of paper and write a little note to yourself and put it in your pocket.
Okay. But you know what this made me want to do? I want to go to Alamo Drafthouse every single week and just sit and look at that lady. Because she was on a date, but like they were just not interacting. They were having like
It's
an
a
awful
movie.
time. No, I'm talking about before the movie started. Okay. And they were just being so annoying. And like they just had this air of annoyance. And I'm sure my vibe was annoying them too. But it's like she was just waiting to tell me to fuck off.
You don't get annoyed by people who are on their phones during a movie, which is fine. But that's why you are not the best movie goer to a theater, right?
I'll never go back.
Okay.
Nobody there had my back. It was extremely unprofessional.
No, you are unprofessional.
I'm not a professional. I'm not there to work. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to hold this against Alamo Drafthouse. I love Alamo Drafthouse. It's such a luxurious experience. Not as good as iPick, but close. But I will say, fuck that lady. I will never forget you. And people like were coming up to me at the gym and they were like, I feel the same way about people who have done that to me. Like people who just like embarrass you.
Yeah, because
like the punishment did not fit the crime.
Yeah, okay, and that's fair. And that is fair. It's just like at the end of the day, like you still were the one that's in the wrong, but you can also be embarrassed because she was a little too much. It was
so embarrassing.
Yeah, I think
like I was sitting there like sweating out of every crevice. It was like
we were startled and you're like, ah!
No, it was like I was
like when you're like dancing, you're looking at yourself in the mirror and dad's like, what are you doing?
It was like we were in high school and I was like flirting with Mr. Roberts and the teacher came up and yelled at only me. Like it felt like that, you know, that's so awkward in front of the whole class.
Miss Bonds did that to me. I was do you guys remember my high school boyfriend Aaron?
Yes.
We had the same math class and I think we were passing notes back and forth to each other or something, and which we shouldn't have been doing. It was our fault. But she takes the note, and honestly, it was genius, but it was so embarrassing. She opens it, and she doesn't actually read what it says. She says, "Dear Paige, will you please let me pick you up and take you for a scoop of ice cream this weekend?" Like, at the car hop. And I, for some reason, like that was mortifying. I was like, we didn't say that. That's not what we're talking about. Just read the real thing.
Did you ever have a teacher that was like, oh, so-and-so stopped flirting with so-and-so?
Yeah, and you're like, bitch, I hate him.
Bitch, fuck you. Bitch. And the thing about it is like, you're an adult. You know that everything that happens in high school is embarrassing and you just made it 20,000 times more embarrassing.
He keeps asking for a piece of paper and I keep saying, shut the fuck up. I don't want to give you a piece of paper. And now you said we're flirting.
But it also is even more embarrassing if you are always talking in class because you're just like friends. And then the teacher says something like insinuating that you guys are like flirting.
Oh, and then
it's like,
it's just your friend.
Butt out, pervert. Like, why are you? Everything in high school is embarrassing. It's so just embarrassing.
Yeah.
And everything that happens in the movie theater feels like high school.
For you, because you're doing something wrong.
All right, can we move off of me?
Yeah, okay.
Get off me.
I went on 2 dates this weekend.
Okay.
And really not much to say. The first date was better than the second. I would go on a second date with the first date, but he hasn't asked, so maybe he doesn't want to go on a second date with me. Did not want to even finish really the second date. I had my friend Patrick text me, so which leads into
shout out to Patrick.
I recorded an episode of Patrick and Jordan's podcast Silent Screaming Resurrected. And so I texted Patrick saying, hey, can you text me saying that our recording time moved up by like 4 hours because I need to leave this date. And he did. No questions asked.
So you don't want to give us any more deets about your
There's
dates.
really like nothing. I mean.
No, there was something that you said that was really funny on one of your dates. And I told Mr. Roberts, and Mr. Roberts like got a really good chuckle.
It was really funny.
The podcast thing?
No, when you first were meeting them.
What?
When you're trying to find them.
Oh my gosh, I forget how funny I am. It just comes so naturally to me. Okay, so the first guy, he said, which was such a basic thing. He was trying to be nice by telling me what he was wearing, but he said, I'm wearing a button-down, shorts, and a backwards hat. Probably like every other person there. Can you tell me the color of your button-down, the color of your hat, whatever. So
Where you're sitting.
and he tells me the location. I'm on the right side of the outside area. And so I'm like, okay. So I walk up and I'm looking and I see a guy that fits this description, but he has his laptop. So surely that can't be him, you know? But as I keep looking around, I'm like, no, that is him. So I go up to him and I'm like, hey, I'm Paige. And he gives me a hug. And I was like, oh, did you come here early to do work? And he said, oh, no. And I was like, oh, so is this just like an interview then? And
that was so good.
Then he got really embarrassed. And he was like, no, it's not an interview. But it kind of felt like it. You know what I mean? Like, why do you have your laptop on a date?
When you told me this the first time, I was like LOLing really hard. And I hope the listeners are LOLing.
I hope they are too, because it was just like, but also it like caught him off guard so much. He was like, oh my gosh, no, this is not he was startled at first, and then he saw that I was laughing, so then he was laughing. And that's just something about me. I'm really fun on a date, and I like to break the ice with a joke. And that one was the good one.
That's a good icebreaker joke.
But he hasn't texted me, so
So if you are that guy, please text our sister if you like her. If you don't, then please don't waste your time.
Yeah, then text her and tell her that.
And then also, I just
don't
want to
think she
say,
needs that.
if any of the sisters are into scary movies, I highly recommend listening to our friend Patrick and Jordan's podcast, Silent Screaming Resurrected. I'm going to be on their upcoming 2 episodes, actually.
Double feature.
I know. Where we talk about the new Evil Dead Rise movie that's currently in theaters. They know their shit about movies. Unlike me, they know things about the directors, the producers, the cast, all the things that if you're a movie lover, you would really enjoy.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, and I thought this girl looked like a bird.
And Patrick asked me a couple of questions about like, because they were quizzing Paige. And so if you guys like want to hear that.
And I sound like an idiot, but also
You don't.
I sound like I was really surprised by how much I knew. So check that out. I have a couple more things I want to say, but you haven't talked in a while.
Okay. Well, my weekend is really fun. Sticks surprised. Well, I guess it wasn't really a surprise. He was telling me that he had these like hotel credits that were going to expire. And he was like, so we should go somewhere. And I was like, okay. Then he was like, surprise, I booked a like yurt glamping situation. And I was like,
Oh my God. I didn't know you did this.
for like this weekend. And he was like, yeah, like really excited. And so I got excited, even though I was a little bit apprehensive at first.
Why? Because of the weather?
Because there wasn't any food there. There was like a winery that was close. Like we could walk there, but it only had a food truck. And so I was really nervous about
Being hungry.
Meals. And he was like, I think it's gonna work out and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And I was like, okay, well, I was looking at the website and we don't have like a bathroom. And he said, I think we do have a bathroom. And I said, no, we don't.
Did you?
It was
A
really
communal?
close. It was a communal bathroom next to the pool, but it was so nice.
Okay.
The pool was very, like there was little cabanas and we got to sit in a cabana at nighttime because we did go to the winery and we did eat at the food truck, but it was really good. I got hummus. He got a brisket, grilled cheese, very delicious, very good wine. And the yurt was super nice. We played Yahtzee.
Wow, your guys' favorite game.
We got back-to-back Yahtzees.
Wow.
Like he rolled and got a Yahtzee, and then I rolled and got a Yahtzee.
A to be wise.
Yes,
The odds of that have got to be so low.
I know. I think that it was me. I got it with 6s too. So
Nice.
Because she's the devil.
it was so much fun though. I was very scared, but it was only 30 minutes away. It was at the Lucky Arrow retreat. Really fun.
Free shout out. Jesus
you're
criminy.
welcome. We'll go back.
If you give us a free stay.
Yeah.
It was really because he kept describing it as, oh, well, when we get to the hotel. And I was like, do you know what glamping means? It's not a hotel
Yeah.
and we don't have a bathroom.
Wait, me and Mr. Roberts were going to do that, but like maybe I should reevaluate.
We'll just check about the bathroom situation.
I know because like I'm
And the food
I
situation.
cannot walk to a bathroom.
It was very fine. I liked it better since the bathroom was really close to where we were, but it wasn't in the same room.
Oh, so then you could go and do your little morning duties by
Exactly.
yourself? Nice.
It was kind of ideal almost.
You guys are so rustic.
Well, he's not. So I was surprised that he chose glamping.
I also like that you're like the planner that's like, there's only one food truck around here.
I was going to pack a picnic. I needed to know where my food was coming from.
Picnic.
I just needed a plan about the food.
Well, that sounds like a lovely little weekend.
It was so much fun.
Well, then that's a nice little date idea for the sisters.
Yeah, go there.
Okay, so really quickly, I just would like to ask the sisters. This week, I actually had like 2 really close friends' birthdays, right? Mm-hmm. And do you guys also have a really hard time picking presents for your friends?
No, because I don't buy my friends presents.
Okay, well, I figured that's why I wanted to bring this to the sisters. I did land on Skims for both of them, different Skims, but
Okay.
it's really hard for me to think of gifts, so I really would love ideas
I think
and
Skims
options
is-
for the future.
Skims is a good idea. Okay, I will say though, like if I'm going to a friend's birthday party, I will show up with something. And I like to do like something that is, you know, I know they'll love. Skims is
That's
good.
what's hard.
A candle.
Both of these friends they always kill it with gifts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys do like go above and beyond a little bit.
We just like love each other.
I mean, you could love each other and then like also show your love in different ways.
I know. So basically, I would love, because birthdays, the thing about birthdays, they come every year, you know? So ideas are always welcome for future birthdays.
Yeah, heads up, Gen Z. The birthdays are coming for you too.
Also,
Yeah.
something we kind of talked about previously, Millie Bobby Brown's engagement. Did you know that John Bon Jovi was on Andy Cohen's Sirius XM like live show episode?
No, is there anything interesting?
So the only thing I have to note,
Or are you just telling us?
no, what I thought was really cute is obviously Andy Cohen asked if John Bon Jovi was worried that they're too young, right?
And he was like, yes, they're entirely.
And he
young.
said, I don't know if age matters. If you find the right partner and you grow together, I think that would be my advice. Really, it's growing together is wise. And he's been married to his sweetheart since 1989.
His
Oh my
sweetheart.
God.
Oh, his high school sweetheart. Sorry. Sweetheart.
Wait, that's really cute.
I know. And I just thought that was really sweet. He's been married since 1989 with his high school sweetheart, and 3 of his 4 kids are engaged. And he says that he thinks all of the ones that are engaged have found their person. And I thought that was so sweet.
That is
of a
really
dad to
sweet.
say.
I have to say, time will tell for Millie Bobby Brown.
I know. I just thought it was a really sweet thing for a dad to say about his kids.
I was worried about them, but now knowing that John Bon Jovi himself endorses,
I know.
But like, what is he gonna say? Like, he
My
can't like
son
not
made a huge
endorse.
mistake.
Or
He would never.
Or he could be like Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie never liked Sophia and Scott together. And he was like, I don't like this. They were never engaged, but like he was very openly like, I don't like this.
I think it's easier for a girl dad to say that too, though.
Yeah. It's a little weird when like a guy's
Because
dad-
Steve Harvey said that he didn't like Michael B. Jordan either.
Oh, he did.
Mm-hmm.
I
Look
think
at
that's
me.
kinda
You
cute.
know about that?
I'm a huge
But
Steve
the, like,
Harvey girl.
I kind of like it checks though. Like it feels like something like your grandma would tell you.
Yeah.
Because she watches the Game Show Network.
Yeah.
Right.
The last thing I wanted to talk about was the Vanderpump Rules finale trailer.
Okay, so this is what I think happened. I think the trailer got leaked because I saw a trailer on the internet from Bravo and Cocktails, and it's different than the one that Bravo put out. And I feel like Bravo saw that going on, and then they put out the trailer that they had like revised. I think the original trailer got out, and then they put out the one that they like, because it was almost exactly the same. It was only like there were some different parts, like the big bombshell at the end that like got all of us, the bone chilling bombshell of Raquel saying, what did she say?
This went horribly.
Oh my God, this went
Bitch, how the fuck did you think it was gonna go?
Yeah.
You think everyone was gonna open this relationship with open arms? Oh my God, we're so happy.
She said it so like flippantly, like this went horribly. Like we just painted our house the wrong color.
I kept trying to see what the body language was in that clip too, and I can't tell if Sandoval's just standing there, if his arms kind of like.
Well, it seems like he's kind of sitting and she's kind of like in between his legs or something.
Yeah, she's definitely turned toward him.
She's
too
like close for
because
sure.
she's lower than him, and it's very weird. But okay, so in the clip that was on the internet that was not on the original clip, it was instead of that clip they had Raquel saying, "We always said if it wasn't worth it, we wouldn't do this." So crazy. And he's holding her face in his hands and he's like rubbing her face.
What?
It's so fucking creepy, bone chilling. It's disgusting.
That is foul.
It's like, it just is so, it seems so like, what's the word? Like premeditated.
It's
like
just,
everything is so like.
It's also going to be so hard to wait 2 weeks.
So we have an episode coming tomorrow.
So by the time this comes out,
that episode would have already aired, and then there's one more episode, and then
that's
the finale.
still too long.
I know, but like it's kind of good because like it's getting so juicy. Like last episode was so juicy.
Well, okay, so I have a question. At this point of what has aired so far, they don't know about the affair.
No, people are starting to question it.
People are they're saying that their friendship is too close. Their friendship is.
Wait, did you not watch the last episode at the beach?
I did.
I didn't.
I did.
I'm behind.
I'm caught up.
Okay.
But nothing's really been like said.
I think there was like accusations thrown. I mean, it was enough for Sheena to take Tom Sandoval aside at the beach to let him know, like, hey, this is what everyone's saying, because Allie, which is like,
because of the open relationship
thing. How ironic was it that Allie, the ex or the new girlfriend of your ex fiance,
Allie is
I know.
Sorry,
but if you guys don't know, Allie is James Kennedy's girlfriend.
But she sees Tom and Raquel dancing at the Abbey, and Allie truly did not come at it from a place of like, oh well, that fucking bitch, I've been waiting for her to fuck up. Like it was just like,
Allie seems really nice.
I know, and it wasn't just her, it was her and James. And so her and James were like, this is weird. Like I would think it's weird.
Yeah.
Like even if it was like, I've had a friend group that's like super close, I would think it's totally weird.
Especially because like there's a way that you dance with your guy friend and there's a way you don't dance with your guy friend.
The Macarena is the only way you dance with your guy friends.
No, the only way that is like normal if you were out with one of your like a friend's significant other is if like the entire rest of the group is with you.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like for them to be like, you know, if they're like, if it's an intimate dancing together or if it's just like
Bailey regardless said, like, they were seen together alone, and that's fucking weird.
Yes.
And then Allie tells the girls, and the girls are like, they clock it, they're like, that's pretty weird, whatever. And then it gets like, and Katie said something like, well, they don't have a lot of rules, meaning that like Ariana doesn't have Sandoval on a tight leash. Like she's very trusting of him, but then they took it as like they might have an open relationship. So then Allie says that to Sheena. It's like a game of telephone. Sheena brings it up to Tom Sandoval at the beach, and he was like, and then Tom immediately goes in defense mode for Raquel, and he's like, all these girls want to like shit on Raquel and she's so cool. And Sheena's like, I know she's so cool, but like, is she cool? Like you guys live in LA and she's just nice. So I think that means like so much to somebody who like lives in LA, like when they're nice, you know?
I mean, that's why everyone was obsessed with Britney.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Britney actually is nice.
Nice.
But Britney like has,
and Britney did a really good job in my opinion of being close with each of the girls on a one-on-one level.
Yes.
And like Brittany is a girl's girl. Even though she was new to the group, she made an effort to go to this girl's house,
Yes.
and have that one-on-one connection.
And she was never fake, but she never like took one person's side too much. She would say everything to everyone's face, but would still...
Or she would be like, you know, I love you, but I gotta agree with him.
Yeah. And she also like got deep with these people. Like Raquel is so surfacey, and that's what Lala says in the episode. She's like, I like Allie because I can tell there's shit going on up here.
Yeah.
And with Raquel, there's not. And it's so Stepfordy. And that's exactly like what I've like always thought of Raquel. But like to hear that from Lala, I'm sure that's like how Raquel is in real life interacting with people. There's a difference between being nice. Like we can all be nice.
Did you see the clip of the two girls that went to high school and like middle school
Yes.
with Raquel?
Yeah.
On Sheena's podcast?
Well, and they were like, she's nice, but like, I'm sorry, nice isn't like a personality trait. Like being kind to people and being thoughtful and like Brittany's kind. She's thoughtful.
Yeah.
She's intentional with her
But
words.
she cares about people.
But she truly cares about people. Raquel is just like nice because like
She's pleasant.
She's pageant nice. She's pleasant.
She's pleasant. She's pageant nice. But I've never seen her have any true depth besides like being like, I can't make a toast. Like that's as deep as we get with Raquel.
yeah.
Because she is a fembot.
She's
And
a
she's
fembot.
not programmed to make toasts.
It's so crazy. And it's crazy that like I'm interested for the reunion because Raquel notoriously cannot put a sentence together. We see her, she plans out what she's going to say at the pool party with Lala. She's like, you know what, Lala? You are a bimbo. And it's like, that's, you practice that in the mirror.
To Lala.
Going against Ariana, who I would never want to go against someone who's like Ariana because she's not only smart, but she's willing to say shit. She's like Paige.
I was gonna say she's kind of like me. She's willing to.
She's willing to say anything to cut you down, and she does it like so like a shark.
And
Like,
the worst part about it is like she means it.
well, now she does.
Like when she says it, she means it's not
She's
like Lala when she's like mistress. It's like when Ariana says it, she fucking means it.
she fucking means it. And in the preview, we get that clip of her saying like, "I don't give up." Tom says, "Me and Raquel became really good friends," and she goes, "I don't give a fuck about Raquel."
And your friendship is bullshit. The other thing that I think is just so like icky about these past, I don't even remember how many episodes now, is Ariana's not there because she's
going through-
she's her, I think grandma
And
passed
her
away.
fucking dog.
I know. And so she's not even around the group. I'm pretty sure she's still in like what, Florida or something.
Yeah.
So it's like all of this, it just adds such an icky element
Yes.
to it that she's not even like around to, because in the past there have been things where maybe not necessarily Raquel type things, but when Tom is in the wrong and Ariana's there to make her choice of if she wants to defend Tom or not. You know what I mean? And she's not even there. And that just is like extra sad and extra icky. And like Tom is such a fucking skis.
He's such a skis. When him and Tom Schwartz were at the Yeasty Boys, fuck that. First of all, that entire scene was just lies after lies after lies.
I think that Raquel has a crush on somebody else
I feel like
in the group.
I feel like
No
that was
shit.
I feel like that was Tom Schwartz kind of like throwing a little like layup to Tom Sandoval, like I see you kind of thing, because when he said I think Raquel has a crush on someone else in the group, and Sandoval was like, you think? And I think like he was trying to like kind of like give him a little like nudge, like, hey, like bros, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another thing he said in that thing that was like, Tom Sandoval said, Ariana's always trying to shut me down. Like when I wanted to confront the girls on the girls trip about the girls trip, she shut me down. And it clips to Ariana saying like, I'm not going to do Tom versus the girls. But what I thought that she was saying was like, we're not doing this. I'm not going to like aid you in like being the one guy versus all the fucking girls when you have no business being involved in it. Like, why are you inserting yourself in it? And now we know it's because he's like feeling some type of way about Raquel. It's
And
so
it's just
disgusting.
like annoying that like time and time again he always finds a way to make something Katie's fault. And
Always.
it's like he's trying to we now obviously hindsight, but we can just see he's deflecting. It's like, oh, Katie, well, like, why would you say that this is an open relationship? She's like, bitch, when did I say that?
She's like, I
When
didn't
did I say that?
She said, I said you guys have different like rules. I mean, like a tight leash.
But it's
You don't
just
have that.
he's always, and not that Katie's innocent, but it's like this season I'm like, dude, this leave her alone. You know?
And it was funny. He said something to Katie. He's like, you should love somebody for who they are, not who you want them to be. Which that entire Howie Mandel interview was him basically saying like, I want Ariana to be this way and she wasn't like it. So then I had to let her go.
Yeah.
He's just, I could go off for days about this, but
Yeah.
we should probably move on because
All
people
right.
don't like when we talk about Scandoval.
Well,
They shouldn't put it in our
I
face
actually
so
got
much.
some feedback that some people like they don't like to watch Vanderpump Rules, but they
They like
like
us.
our recap talking about it, and that's enough for them.
Are those my old pants?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, wait. Should we do a quick Met recap?
Sure.
Like
Yes.
very quick. Bailey, do you know what the Met Gala
Yeah.
is?
Well, I have some questions. I do know what it is in general. I know like the famous outfits of the past and whatever. I saw a lot of pictures of the outfits from this year, but I do have a question about what the fuck is it? Like, what is the actual event? Is it just for people to dress up? Like, where do they go after the red carpet or whatever?
Okay, so I'm pouring my wine and I'm going to be telling you this.
I'm about to go get some wine while you tell.
Okay.
Because I actually am what I told Bailey, and you can correct if I'm wrong. I said I think that the actual red carpet is the event, and then they go inside and they have dinner and it's like a party.
Well, it's the red carpet is the red carpet for the event, which is the Met Gala, which is the party, and it's a fundraiser for the Met Museum,
Okay.
and their costume institute. So it's like important for them to like keep the like history of like fashion going on. And like when Anna Wintour first started her very first year, she only, and this was like huge for her, it was like $250,000, $250,000 they raised. Now they're raising like millions and millions because it's turned into like a thing.
Well, okay, yeah. Yeah. It just seems so weird. It seems...
Well, it used to just be like a Met. It used to just be like designers taking celebrities. It wasn't super like publicized like it is now, but like in the age of digital media, it's just like turned into like a really big thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the costumes have gotten like bigger and bigger, but like, anyways, to that,
Yeah.
it's a fundraiser.
That makes
Oh,
sense.
they're philanthropists. It just seems like so... Now that it seems kind of like Coachella-y, where it's like, I'm just going to go get this picture, and then the actual thing, the music, the event is just so secondary.
Well, it is like one of those, I mean, it's not Coachella-y, like you have to be invited.
But I think I do understand what she's saying is the type of people attending. Like now there's like influencers, but I think the whole point is you want to invite whoever's the hot name at the time because that's what's going to probably raise the most money.
Yeah.
And that's the cool part, is seeing the costumes. That is the point. But
And
I
the
just can picture
designers.
it being, you have your picture and then you just go behind the wall and then you're just standing there.
No, it's like a party inside. Like there's like dinner and then they have shows and it's like a party. It's a fundraiser.
Okay.
That's where
It's just a highly publicized red carpet for a fundraiser.
I guess I just want to see the party part.
The party part you can't see because it's like
It's like-
extremely private. There's no
yeah,
photos.
and when Taylor Swift had her short blonde hair, that's what inspired.
Bleachella.
Yeah, that's
Do
what.
we really want to know where I was April 29th?
I don't think that was it. Was it?
It's like she was talking about like before the Met.
Because that's when she met Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, that's when. Okay, so let's get
Anyways.
started.
Okay, go.
Okay, Kylie Jenner was giving. She looked absolutely fucking amazing. The red was like the most perfect shade of red on her. It was like that red was made for her. It was just such a Revolve dress. Like but the whole thing was like, it was like a robe that was like turned into her train. And I liked how it like kind of came off and stuff. It looked gorgeous on her, but it was just so like Revolve.
I had her down in my, so I honestly don't really have like a worst section. I have best.
Oh, I do.
Don't like, meh, and then pretty. And Kylie Jenner was in my pretty.
She's pretty. She looked like
it
fucking
looked
amazing.
really pretty, but it just didn't have like a wow factor.
But her after party outfit, oh my God, it looked absolutely perfect. That should have been her Met Gala.
I didn't see that one.
She had this like, it looked like kind of like not a deconstructed suit, but like a suit inspired dress. And she was like yanked into this like corset. Her waist
Oh, I did see that.
was so tiny. You could put
So
your
small.
fucking finger, like your hand around it. And it had this like pop of blue in the back, and it had like this white, like it just looked so good. It was like very good for Chanel. And I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because you guys should see the dress that I chose to almost wear to this wedding. So like, I don't know, but I am a Libra, and that's my qualifications on being able to speak on this.
Okay. Right.
I will say, Karlie Kloss, what the absolute fuck is wrong with her? With that dress, it was disgusting.
Oh, I
thought it was fine.
I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
What?
I thought it was fine.
With the shadow pearls?
Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
It looked so cheap. She's my worst dress, hands down, by far. You have far too much money. You have this like family that is like the Kushners on your back, and like you can't pull out a good outfit.
No, I think that one's
cost
fine.
a lot of money.
And then her after party, just as bad, if not worse.
The after party one.
So bad. She was wearing these like little boots that it looks like she like was berries and cream. Berries and cream, berries and cream. It was terrible.
Okay.
Like I literally cannot believe you guys don't think she looked so terrible.
I honestly thought she looked fine.
I
Because
thought
she has
did
a
before
pretty
I saw
face.
a video, and then I liked after I saw the video.
Ugh. Okay. Kendall, always so good.
I thought she's
meh.
incredible.
She's in my meh section.
I thought she was
Really?
incredible,
Yeah.
and her after party was like really crazy.
So amazing. I thought her after party look was like so fucking sexy. It's actually a Chanel runway look, which is super cool. She just looked so fucking good. She's such a gorgeous, like Kris Jenner's jeans are like gold.
Yeah.
They should like fucking bottle that shit up. It could sell for like
Well,
hundreds of millions.
I think her gold is like gold because we've all seen like the before pictures of
Yeah,
the
that's
Kardashian
true.
I know,
gals.
but like to take, it's not much to take Kendall from like where she was to like where she is now. Imagine taking me there.
I'm saying more for the Chloe side. Kendall was always great.
Honestly, I don't know.
But the Kylie.
the Kylie.
The Kylie. You know who I thought looked the best, just off the
Who?
top of my head? I thought Anne Hathaway looked
She's
gorgeous.
She's on one of my.
So
she's
good.
my best. She's on my best
Because
category.
she was Versace, like it was like perfectly Versace inspired by Chanel.
It was crazy. It was also annoying because E posts all the pictures, but they don't tag the celebrities, so I have to know them, which is unlikely. And I saw Anne Hathaway, and I was like, I know her, but who is she? Because she
What?
looked fucking flawless. She was, and I
She's
do
done a
think she's a
turnaround.
very like beautiful woman.
I don't know if she hired like a new.
It's also what isn't it after her like divorce?
I don't know if she did. She get divorced?
Yeah, she had like a bad relationship.
Oh my god!
I just don't know.
Haven't we all?
Haven't we all? I don't know like when it happened.
But she has like done such a 180 because I used to think she was so fucking annoying, and
I
now
think
she's
that
like
that's what
so
everyone
charming.
thought.
Did you see that clip of her on TikTok where she was singing with Kelly Clarkson?
No.
Since You've Been Gone. They like had to guess like the song first, and it was like Since You've Been Gone, and she guessed it before Kelly, and she fucking nailed it. She was so good at singing, and famously Kelly says before, not famously, but like Kelly says before, just give me a song I know. And they were like, ding, ding, ding. And Anne goes, since you've been gone. And Kelly was like, how the fuck do you know this? She goes, Kelly, we all know this song.
Also, just disregard my thing because the bad relationship I'm talking about was from 2004 to 2008. So
Oh, okay. Well, that
it has nothing to do with anything.
Well, I'm glad she's healed.
Okay. What did we think about Doja Cat?
Don't like.
I loved.
I didn't like.
I think she looked so, like, the outfit was so perfection. The little jewel on her head, the cape with, or like the hood with the ears. The only thing I didn't like, I thought the mouth piece just kind of like was a little too
Much.
costumey,
It looked like she was coming off of the Broadway show Cats, and
which flop.
I think
Not the Broadway show, but like the movie.
what really put her in my don't like category is that the interview clip where she only meowed.
I thought that was cute.
I was like, it would have been cute for if that wasn't the entire interview. And then I was like, personally, like, you're just really annoying.
She probably can't move her face when she has those like prosthetics
every time
on.
she was talking, it was like meow, meow.
Like, who are you wearing? Meow.
I think she needed like.
Who are you excited to see? Meow.
She should have had like an owner or something that was bringing her
I
around.
wish that she had like just the nose part with like the little pink on the nose and then like a really pretty lip.
Or if everyone
A
just
nude lip.
drew the cat eyes sharp enough to kill a man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Her cat eye was stunning. Her makeup looked really good apart from the prosthetic.
Speaking of cats, Jason Leto looked exactly Jared Leto looked exactly like me when I was 5 on Halloween when I was Marie from Aristocats.
Jared Leto, somebody called him the mascot of.
Wait, on the toast they said that I don't know if it was them or someone else, but they said that he was the Sandoval. And
He is giving
that
Sandoval.
gives the same energy.
He's the number one guy of the group.
No, like the most annoying
that's
person in the
Jax.
room. Yeah, I thought Jared Leto was extremely annoying. Emma Chamberlain, she is so good at her job. And I think it's really hard to do when you are like a digital creator. Like I think they give these jobs.
Is she the one that interviewed Stella McCartney?
No, that's Chloe Feynman.
Okay.
So I think so Emma was doing the Vogue live stream and she was so fucking good. Like she's so like charming and quirky, but not in like an embarrassing way or like in a pick me way where like I'm so quirky. Like
She's the one that was with Jack Harlow. That clip.
last year, yes,
And this year.
oh another one. They saw each other again.
And she was like, I thought this was going to be more awkward than it is.
Oh, that's cute. See, that's cute.
Yeah.
Like it's cute. And then she saw Kylie and Kendall, and she was like, "Okay, is tonight a girls' night?" And they were like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I felt your guys' energy. Like you guys are having a girls' night." And she's trying to like allude, like she got just enough out of them of like, okay, Kylie's been rumored to be with Timothée Chalamet. Kendall's been rumored to be with Bad Bunny. But like she got just enough out without being like an annoying reporter. Like it was so cute. And then Kylie's like, "Can we take a shot when we get in there?" And she's like, "Oh, I would love to take a shot with you." Like it was just so cute. And she looked so stunning. But it was interesting because she had this like light blue version of the look with like this mesh rhinestone panel on her stomach, and then her interview look was a like black version without the mesh panel, which looked 10 times better. She looked absolutely stunning. She is a star girl. Okay, let me just go through this. Kim giving Playboy. I don't know how her publicist.
I liked it.
You did?
I did. I liked it.
What did you like about it?
I don't remember. I don't have the picture in front of me, but I put her on one of my favorites.
I liked that she likes to reference herself.
You think that was a reference of herself?
I think so.
I kind of think so too, and I just liked it.
Was the theme pearls?
No,
What
the
the
theme
theme?
was Karl Lagerfeld.
Oh,
That's
I don't know
okay.
what that means.
Jesus criminy.
What was the theme pearls?
A lot of people were wearing pearls.
Well, yeah, because
were.
that's like what Chanel's known for. And Karl Lagerfeld designed for Chanel. He designed for Fendi. He had his own fashion house. Ever heard of him? He had a cat. That's why like the cat was like a thing.
Oh.
Chopette. It was like it's a white furry cat.
But that is interesting that of all the years, Taylor wasn't at this one, you know?
I know this would be a really good year for Taylor Swift to be at.
I know.
But she's got work
busy.
to do.
She's busy.
Okay. Another thing I will say is that there is something about like a thin, tall woman that is just like blonde, that just like truly, not you, that like my eyes just like glaze over unless you're giving
Who?
so much. Margot Robbie.
She was also on one of my best dressed.
Really?
Yep.
She fell so flat. Her after party
Margot
look-
Robbie, Nicole Kidman, Giselle,
No, literally, those are 3 of my worst dressed.
like Gigi, Donatella Versace.
Gigi looked amazing.
Because the way you glaze over them, my eye goes to them.
I get it with Margot Robbie wearing Chanel runway. What's her face? What's the one with the great hair? Not Claudia Schiffer, the brunette.
I have
I don't
no
know what
idea.
you're talking about.
One of the models. Fuck, what's her fucking name? The brunette who would like drink the Pepsi. Cindy Crawford.
Adrienne Crawford?
Cindy Crawford.
Oh.
Cindy Crawford. Margot Robbie was wearing Cindy Crawford, like wore this on the runway. Beautiful. Love the reference. You don't look very great. You look very boring for the Met Gala. After party look, Margot Robbie, you need to fire whoever the fuck put you in that terrible dress. It's horrible. It literally looks like Windsor fashions. Nicole, I get it. You wore that in a Chanel ad. You look stunning, but like, I just need a little more from you. You're Nicole Kidman. Giselle.
Nicole Kidman.
Giselle. Why are you the most beautiful woman in the world and you dress so terribly?
I need to see that. Okay, also, while I'm looking this up,
So boring.
what about,
She wore that on the runway too. I get it. Her after party dress.
okay, what about
even
Lizzo?
worse.
She was on my best dress too.
I thought it was like cute.
So you're in the meh category.
Yeah, I'm like, meh. I thought it was cute. I thought like I get the reference. She kind of looked like Breakfast at Tiffany's. Cute. But for Lizzo, I just expect more.
Okay.
I did not like her after party look.
I didn't like the after party one either.
I thought it looked terrible. Like I cannot stress to you guys enough how terrible Margot and Giselle's after party look was.
I believe you.
It was so boring compared to like these are supermodels that are like still supermodels. At least Giselle is. Margot's an actress.
Why do you hate that so much?
I just think it's like not giving.
Show me.
Oh,
I like it.
I think it is
I
giving.
think it looks fine. Like it's fine. It's great.
Well, I understand that on
Like you're
the
Giselle.
scale you're rating them.
I want to
It's-
see you.
You're competing against other people. It's not just if you look stunning or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, you are competing against like other supermodels. Like, look at the way Kendall Jenner shows up. And I'm not comparing them in age because I know like it's different, but I'm just saying like she's a supermodel. Who are you showing right now?
Margot Robbie.
Boring. I
like
literally
it.
wore that dress, a similar dress to that, at the wedding I was at in December.
Prove it.
I will. I'll put a
Right,
fucking...
post
to side
a
side.
picture of you and Margot Robbie
and
side by side.
I don't look good because that dress sucks.
Okay.
But anyways, I again, my only qualifications is that I'm a Libra.
Okay.
And I'm a Scorpio rising, so I'm gonna have some opinions.
Well,
I
I'll
always forget
also
the
just say the
Scorpio
reason I
rising.
stopped writing things down is because I liked
was a
or
good
pretty
theme.
much liked more outfits than there wasn't any outfits that I was like, oh my God, this is disgusting. So that's why my list ended up being like stupid because I was like, okay, I'm just ranking like love, like a little bit less.
Yeah.
So,
But I will say Paris Hilton fucking slayed the house down. She looks so good.
so-
I am
Living.
so excited to read her book.
You should read it.
I'm so excited. I need to order it.
Amazing.
Yeah, because in the documentary she didn't get into the camp, like her bad kids camp that much, but now she's
Bad kids.
you know.
Yeah, we know. Maybe you could read that and like we could do a little book club.
I would love to. I am beyond excited.
Okay.
And like kind of scared.
No, don't be scared.
Should we get into listener stories?
Yes.
But you know,
We shall.
everyone looked gorgeous, and this was not me commenting on people's like age or looks or anything.
Who was it that you said was disgusting?
Exactly about
Karlie
you commenting
Kloss.
on their looks.
Right. So
And
that.
I stand by that. She looked disgusting. That dress is disgusting.
Okay.
It's like when in Mean Girls, oh, I love that skirt. Thank you. It's my mom's from the 80s. Oh, that skirt is fucking disgusting. Oh no, she said it's
The
fugly.
fuggliest skirt I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think that you're going to relate to this one a lot, Jade.
Hell yeah. Why do you always pull the little like puffer off there?
I don't touch it.
Every time I look, you're like,
I don't touch it. And now I can't find this one.
Okay, well, I really don't want to edit this out.
Like
So
eyes sharp enough to kill a man.
Okay. Jade's latest story inspired an idea for a new podcast topic. Grudges I've held. Can you
hell
relate?
yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm an oldest sister who, despite working in mental health, still holds on to grudges, and I'm proud of it. I think we need to take back the word grudge as just people telling you who they are, to quote Maya Angelou and Oprah. I'll never forget my second grade teacher who humiliating me because I was wearing a short skirt by announcing that all the boys needed to leave the room and then proceeding to teach the girls how to sit in a skirt because apparently I didn't know how to sit in my skirt without flashing the front of the classroom.
Which the teacher's the only one in the front in the classroom.
Right.
She made us all practice sitting in a way to not distract the boys, and I never forgot it. I had her as my teacher no less than 2 more times. It was a
What,
small-
in like 1910? Like,
Yeah.
That's like the most outdated thing I've ever heard in my life.
She made all the boys leave so they could teach them how to sit.
And where did they go? Were they supervised?
No,
They were in the hallway.
That's
they're boys. They can handle themselves.
crazy.
I know.
Fuck that teacher.
And then this girl had her 2 more times because she went to a small private school.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like being stuck with Miss Sturdivant.
Well, there was a teacher, I cannot remember her name right now, but she would, I'm not even joking, if you were sitting in the front of her classroom and if you were a girl, if you were wearing flip-flops, she would look to see if your toes were painted. And if your toenails were not painted, she would call you out and say, you should not be wearing flip-flops if your toenails are not painted. Come to school with closed-toed shoes tomorrow or with nail polish on your toes.
Or like just file your nails and like make them look good.
It wasn't.
I know,
the
but
thing
I kind of get what she's saying.
No, she said that girls should only, if they're going to expose their toes, they should only have painted toes. And it's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, we're in 8th grade. Like, my mom's not going to pay for me to get a pedicure. And if I do it, you're going to be pissed because I'm going to get paint all on the skin.
Okay, I see where this could be extremely problematic where I'm about to defend this teacher, but if you are going to be in the real world, you need to have proper hygiene. And proper
hygiene is not painting your toes.
Proper hygiene is painting your toes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Well, okay, I'll weigh in.
Grooming.
I won't.
Grooming. Sorry, grooming.
That's clipping your toenails and keeping them nice. That is not painting your toenails.
I really like when people paint their toenails. If they're going to wear an open toe shoe.
8th grade. And they're wearing, we live in Texas when
Exactly.
it's 150 degrees outside.
And that's why you should always be painting your toenails.
I think that my toenails are not painted, but I would not wear open-toed shoes as a fashion statement. I did wear them at the pool because I was at the pool and I'm not going to wear socks like a fucking weirdo. But I don't think it's a teacher's place to
I
tell
think
them.
for the teacher to embarrass the student in front of the entire class by calling them out in the middle of the lesson, stopping the lesson just to call out this girl for not having her toes all the way painted. Or
Okay,
like,
that's crazy.
what do you mean? That's what she would do every single day. And it's like, okay, you're literally insane. And you consider that hygiene? You are nuts. You are truly
My
insane.
daughters are going to have complexes. What were we talking about? Oh, grudges. So what this girl was talking about is I posted on my Instagram story about Mrs. Sturdivant, who was my kindergarten teacher, who pulled my hair, and I didn't trust her from then on out. And so I had to pee so bad one day, and I never would pee in this class because if you know those kindergarten rooms, the kindergarten rooms at our elementary school, they were like,
I can see them clear as day in my mind.
They had no doors. When you went there, they had at least like a little curtain.
Yeah.
But when I went there, no doors. And you had to have a teacher there or like some sort of parent there to help you go to the bathroom. Like you couldn't go to the bathroom by yourself.
I wish that's what I had.
So I think like, I just like, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and it's story time and I'm like, oh, fuck, I have to pee. But like, there's no way I'm going to tell my sister I have to pee. And so I just sat there and it got to the point where like, if I moved an inch, I was going to pee. And so she dismissed everyone and I was still sitting on the rug, cross-legged. And they were like, okay, you can go. And I was like, oh, fuck. And you know who I think it was? Remember the Pinks?
Yeah.
Brenda. I think Brenda was there. And I like peed on the rug and I was like,
you peed.
And I was like, Brenda,
help me.
And we're from California, so we don't call people Miss Brenda.
Yeah.
But I was like, Brenda. And she was like, oh, okay. Like,
Brenda.
Brenda, my mommy, call her.
I pee my pants on the rug.
I pee my pants. I cannot hold the bladder much longer. And so she helped. Thank God one of Mom's friends was in the room. And I feel like Mom and all the other moms at Cullen, they kind of had like this thing. Mm-hmm. And they were like all like, we've got you. We've got your kids. Like I felt
it was a very safe space.
I felt very safe around all the moms at Cullen. Thank God, because I was just pissing my pants in class, and they were like,
peed on the
rug.
The thing is it probably wasn't the rug. It was probably just like the carpet.
It was the carpet. It was the white brown carpet.
How the fuck do you think they're gonna clean that?
No, they never did.
Your pee is still there.
That is what I was thinking.
This day.
I was thinking the entire time, but like as a child, my pee is like really a lot of water. It's not like Tiger and Roman's pee where it's like a ton of like
but it's still
stinky. I know, but like they cleaned it up. It was embarrassing though. Like
your DNA is gonna be identified.
Oh, my DNA is all over Cullen Elementary.
It's just crazy that we both, because there were two kindergarten rooms that had this little like bathroom that connected.
Yeah, it was like a Jack and Jill.
It was a Jack and Jill, and I peed my dress overall because I'm a stupid idiot, and I go to the bathroom by myself in the little in-between bathroom, and I pull the little curtain, and I can't get this stupid overall clasp undone, and I
you didn't know that you could
I didn't know I could just lift up my dress because I'm literally an idiot, and I just peed through my panties, and then I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. So I'm trying to clean it up myself because I am who I am. But the toilet paper,
it was just one little,
they
like,
were kind of like tissues.
Yeah.
So it was like one at a time. So I'm like taking as many as I can. And Mrs. Herder, who wasn't my teacher, but she was the like, did we have morning and afternoon classes?
Yeah.
Because she was in the same room but a different time, and she realized I'd been gone too long. She like comes in, she sees me on my hands and knees trying to clean up my pee, and she's like, oh my God, honey, you do not need to do that.
She's like, we have things.
Like there's a mop that is can clean that a lot easier. And then my mom didn't answer her phone to bring me a change of clothes, so her friend brought me her oldest daughter's baton outfit.
And I remember they called me. Because
you came to, because I was crying.
I know,
because that's the thing about mortified.
This elementary school was like so magical. Like it just felt like a little community. They were like, your sister needs you.
They were like, do you want us to call Jade to come?
And
sit
then I
with
remember
you?
They were like, Jade, can you come to the office or whatever? And I was like, okay. And they're like, we need you to go see your sister. And I was like, I think I gave you like a little pep talk.
You said, it's okay, Paigey. No one.
You were such a sweet, gentle older sister.
What happened?
Okay. Also, I just want to say something like, why was it so embarrassing to pee your pants as a kindergartner when everyone was peeing their pants?
It was show and tell day.
No,
like,
but Paige,
it was show and tell day. When I went back to the classroom, it was my turn for show and tell.
I know, but like knowing now what we know, if we knew then what we knew now, I would be peeing my pants left and right because literally everyone's peeing their pants.
Yeah, right. No, that's the public shame is a tool to make kids not piss their pants all the time. That is the function of it.
I know, but like I remember I only peed my pants once at Cullen,
too.
which I think is like a
One
record.
too many. One too many.
No, I think it's like just enough.
Yeah. Bailey, did you pee your pants at Cullen?
No.
Yeah, only we did.
Yeah, because you had older sisters.
See, but we got better as it went down. You peed on the carpet. I peed in the bathroom, and you didn't pee at all.
Yeah.
So honestly,
Well, I was
mom and dad
traumatized.
did something right.
My teacher was a fucking psycho bitch.
My teachers were really good.
My teachers
because
were
mom-
also really, really good.
No, because mom, I had the bad teachers, and then
You were new. By the time I came around, mom ran that fucking school.
I know mom ran fucking Cullen, and she was like, nope, they are not getting those teachers. Jade had that one. Jade's friend had that one. They're not getting those. And remember, we would go up to Cullen and like see what teachers we got.
I would go to lunch and get Mexican food with my teacher, and mom would meet us there. Like I would get in the car with my teacher, and she would drive us to the Mexican restaurant that mom was already at, and we would have lunch, and then the teacher would take me back to our classroom. Like it was that kind of environment.
It was so great.
Anyways, back to these stories.
Okay. This is left turn. This is about a wedding.
Ooh.
Okay, so this person wrote in a couple weeks ago asking for some general wedding advice. My wedding is in 23 days, and I spend every night shaking like an orphan dog in the rain over the stress this event is causing me.
Whoa.
The conundrum of the week is that my aunt is graciously throwing me a welcome party the evening before the wedding after the rehearsal dinner for all the guests who are arriving early. This was printed on the invitation and sent out to everyone. Yet, they failed to inform me that they were putting in an in-ground pool this spring. The backyard, which we need for space, is a legitimate mud pit, and there will be nowhere for people to stand. I'm not trying to be dramatic. There is literally nowhere in the yard that would even be safe to stand. There is orange construction tape all around the driveway, and the gravel is destroyed. Currently, I have 90 people RSVP'd to this event. The inside of the house is big, but not nearly big enough for that many people. Everyone keeps telling me not to worry about it, but there is nothing I hate more than being at a party that's packed and you can't hear anything, which is exactly what this is turning out to be. What do I do? Sincerely, Orphan Dog Bride.
Okay. That is psycho that your aunt would offer to have a party when her house is under construction like that. Like, that's not just
so
like we're
weird.
redoing our upstairs bathroom. That's like we're redoing our entire backyard and nobody can be outside.
Unless they have like a crazy gorgeous house and they thought it was just the wedding party, I have no idea why the aunt would offer this.
Yeah.
But it's on the invitation that went out to their entire guest list.
Okay, you have a couple options.
I think that one, it's going to happen. And so all you need to do is try to breathe and let the inside of the house like be as great as it can. And also, can you utilize the garage? Can you make that a night? If it's a big house, that might be a nice garage.
Okay.
If they can't go anywhere outside.
We have two different ideas about this. Like, I would not want my shit being in the garage.
I'm saying that's like an extension.
I know.
It sounds like it needs to be inside and they need an additional space, but they can't go anywhere in the front or the back.
I think that I would try to find a separate venue and I would like start asking around and being like, oh my God, this is what my aunt did. Seeing what people come up with. Somebody has got to have a solution. If you have 90 people RSVP'd, you can get that message out like, hey, the welcome party's changed. There's been some unforeseeable circumstances. Your aunt will understand if you just say, hey, oh my gosh,
More people RSVP'd than we expected.
yeah, like we have got to change the venue. And it doesn't have to be like super fancy. I think like a welcome party is just like to set the intention for the weekend, and you don't want like that cramped feeling. So if you could find somebody else's house, like somebody else's backyard, maybe like some sort of like venue that like is just not that, and then buy a bunch of wine, buy a bunch of beer from Costco. It'll cost you like $500, and
Which the aunt, if she's throwing the party, probably already has. And so
yeah, and just go to your aunt and be like, oh my gosh, I'm like so worried. I'm stressing out so much. Like, go to it and like kind of let her baby you, because like if she's like a real aunt, then she'll like, our aunts would never, first of all, not to bring them into it, but like just be honest with them, but like be honest in like a not bratty way. Be like, I'm just like stressing out about like people.
I think
where
this will be more stress than what it's worth.
Yeah, like I'm stressing out about this. Like I either like want to just like put the kibosh on the party, or maybe like ask like a hotel. Like if you have your hotel where you do your room block, they might be able to like cut you a deal on like letting you have like an event space.
We also don't know like where they are. Like,
right.
Is there a hotel with a room block, or is it like a smaller?
If they have 90 people RSVP'd to their welcome party, there's probably a hotel around. So utilize your resources. Start talking to people, being like, okay, this is what I need. I don't need anything fancy. I just need like space. I just need space.
And I think also this is your weekend and your event, but like don't put everything you have into every single detail of every single day of everyone's interactions. If the welcome party is kind of a flop, who cares? That then, you know, the bar is low for the next day.
No,
and then
don't.
I'm just saying she doesn't need to stress out.
I didn't stress out about mine, but like at least I knew I had like the basic premises for a good party. Like I had a space and I had alcohol. That was it. Like that's what I mean when like don't stress about the details. Just like know that you have like a good space and a good amount of alcohol, and the rest will take care of itself. But
and because at the time of her writing in, it was 23 days till the wedding. If you can't find a space, because that is a possibility,
utilize the garage. Utilize the driveway.
You just need to work with what you got and
put it a little bit back on your aunt. She has this big old house. She's got enough money to put in like a in-ground pool, as they say.
She is doing that with her Christmas bonus, obviously.
Right. And instead, she probably got a Jelly of the Month Club membership. But please let us know how it goes, because like that's really actually so stressful.
Or lean in and get tiny little hard hats and reflective vests for all your guests, and have them dig the pool.
Actually, let your guests in her muddy backyard and just let them track mud all over her house and be like, oh, that's what you wanted, right?
Have a mud wrestling competition. Winner gets a seat at the head table.
Yeah. All right. I think we need to wrap it up because it's kind of a long episode. So if you guys could like count us out.
Good. Follow us on like the Instagram and stuff.
She was about to say goodbye.
I was going to say 1, 2, 3, goodbye. You said count. Counting means 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening. We always appreciate every single listen. Every single time you guys comment to us and they're like, oh my gosh, I shared this episode with my sister. I shared this episode with so-and-so. Like it means so much. Like we literally do this for free. So like imagine we're not charging you for shit yet. So just literally please send this to anyone you know and rate us, send us DMs, send us emails. We love talking to you guys. And is there anything I missed?
You can write into us at yourpoordad@gmail.com, and no topics really. Just write in about anything that's on your mind, what you're going through in life, whether it's a question, whether it's just something you want to just say out loud to somebody else, anything at all. And follow us at yourpoordadpod on Instagram and TikTok.
Tell us about what weird thing you're holding a grudge against someone, because Jade is mad about the movie lady, and she's
my
wrong
kindergarten
about
teacher. I'm mad about everything.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.